Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Keep this frequency clear.
99.7.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up in our headlines, Ghana's economy grows at a slower rate of 2.0% for the third quarter of this year compared to the same period in 2022, which recorded 2.7%. And Buipa Authority bemoans Electricity Company of Ghana's inability to pay its debt, describing it as a threat to the authority's operations. We'll hear from the board of the authority. Plus, World Bank appoints economist Dr. Robert Talasio O'Brien as new country director for Ghana, effective January 2, 2024. We have details of these and many more shortly. Always a delight to have you on. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Ghana's economy for the third quarter of 2023 grew at a slow rate of 2.0% compared to the same period in 2022, with a rate of 2.7%. The agricultural sector recorded the highest growth of 5.9%, followed by the services sector with a rate of 5.5%, while the industry sector recorded a contraction of 4.3%. Addressing journalists, government statistician Professor Samuel Kobnenim attributed the expansion to the growth recorded in crops and cocoa subsectors of 7.2%.
The final value of goods and services for the third quarter of 2023 was 44.7 billion Ghana cedis, increasing from 43.9 billion Ghana cedis in the same time period, third quarter 2023. With these two different values between the third quarter 2022 and the third quarter 2023, the economy grew by 2.0% year-on-year quarterly GDP, third quarter 2022 compared to third quarter 2023. This growth rate of 2.0% signifies a 0.7 percentage point drop as the economy grew by 2.7% between the third quarter 2021 and the third quarter 2022.
Government statistician Professor Samuel Kobnenim there. Meanwhile, the contraction of the industry sector was largely influenced by construction, mining and quarrying, as well as electricity subsectors. Now, the World Bank has announced the appointment of economist Dr. Robert Talasio O'Brien as the new country director for Ghana, Liberia and Sierra Leone in the Western and Central Africa regions. The World Bank in statement maintained that Dr. O'Brien is expected to assume office on January 2, 2024. He takes over from Frank Pierre Laporte, who is expected to bow out this week. Until Dr. O'Brien's appointment, he was the regional director in the Latin America and Caribbean region for the Equitable Growth, Finance and Institutions Department. Now, the Buipa Authority is raising concerns over the inability of the Electricity Company of Ghana to pay for power it procured since 2021. According to the authority, this is posing a massive threat to their operations as it lacks the financial capacity to maintain most of its equipment. Speaking on behalf of the board chairman of Buipa Authority at its annual general meeting, board member Dr. Rebecca Akwa Ahin called for government's intervention to clear the debt to make the authority financially stable.
The financial debt overhang brought about by the inability of the Electricity Company of Ghana to pay for power supply to them continue to remain a key concern for the authority. Despite substantial profitability, the authority faces huge liquidity challenges, which poses a threat to our operations, especially in the area of maintenance.
Meanwhile, the authority made a profit after tax of $79.2 million for the year 2022. In an effort to promote a world without waste in Ghana, Coca-Cola has donated Sprite Clear bins to the University of Ghana through the University of Ghana Plastic Recycling Project. The program is a follow-up to Sprite's recent transition from green to clear PET plastic bottles. Speaking at the event, Corporate Affairs Director for Coca-Cola West Africa, Bethel Yeboah, said the aim of the company is to collect 100% of its waste.
are taken out of the environment, because one of our goals is to make sure that we are returning, from the environment every post-consumer waste, that we find out there, not only just the plastics, but the cans and the Tetra Paks and all of that. Okay, so we have as a vision, a world without waste. That is what we call, and we are saying that by the year 2030, we should be able to collect 100% of all those packaging wastes.
Bethel Yeboah is the Corporate Affairs Director for Coca-Cola West Africa. And then the Joy Business Report. Please stay tuned in for the Joy Business Van right after this break.
Cargo handling can be so tiring. Having to shuffle between banks to make payments. And waiting hours for payment confirmation. And worst of all, incurring avoidable costs due to payment delays. Chalet. But with EcoBank, making cargo payments has become super convenient through their digital self-service and in-branch channels. Sail smoothly with EcoBank and experience our one-stop payment solutions for all your cargo-related payments. Pay your customs duties and all levies, terminal handling and shipping line fees, and enjoy smart financing solutions to support your cargo handling operations. Contact us on 0800 003 225 or walk into the nearest EcoBank branch to find out more. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Welcome to the Joy Business Van, brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and MTN Business. What are we doing today? Seven years ago, a pharmacist assistant, Benjamin Isiam Amanfo, quit his job to make shoes. His attempt to become an entrepreneur has not been without challenges. Today, he is empowering the next generation of female shoemakers. We'll tell his story on the Joy Business Van today.
Benjamin Isiam Amanfo, a pharmacist assistant, now making shoes.
I started shoemaking about 6 or 7 years ago when I met a friend who made good shoes for me to buy, Samuel Anderson. I decided to work with him. So along the line, I told him to teach me how to make the shoes. So I started making them myself.
That's when Royal Diet and Footwear started. With the little money he had and assistance from friends, Benjamin converted his porch into a workshop where he produced handmade shoes. Benjamin specializes in all kinds of leather shoe for both men and women, but his handmade sandals are most patronized. When the Joy Business Van visited Benjamin some 6 years ago, he had a big dream to go and expand his business.
Along the line, we had a good showroom, we had a shop we were working from, but along the line, we lost most of our equipment and staffs to theft. So we had to restart. I had to wait for a while, and then remobilize, and then get some funds, and then restarted.
That incident was a blow to Benjamin's flourishing business. He couldn't produce anymore, and he was kicked out of his rented workspace. He almost gave up. To quit, however, was more difficult because he just loved to make shoes. Benjamin had to start all over again and reinvest in the business, acquiring a new workspace and focusing on the fast-moving products, which are the sandals.
Within this time frame, we are hoping to still get the bigger picture, get into the bigger picture. We want to build up a factory and then employ more people. We are training some other people to join the trade. So we are looking at a bigger picture to build up a factory, to employ more people, do some kind of mass production for everyone to have some of the products for themselves. But we feel it's difficult to get people to fund, but we would have to try. It's seeking for one anytime soon.
Though Benjamin has a good vision for his startup, he's yet to secure funding. But of course, there are opportunities for funding if Benjamin could push harder. As with most startups, he needs a bit more education on various funding programs, and he needs to be a bit more aggressive. Despite the challenges, there's some good stuff to celebrate. Aside from getting a new workspace, he's now training females to make shoes.
A lot of people think shoemaking is just for men or it's a man job, but we can empower the women too. So we are giving training to young women out there who want to learn it or have the passion for it.
Lily Ofosu-Bwain is one of the ladies who is undergoing training.
I started having interest in shoemaking from the age of 3 years old. I used to cut pieces of papers, cardboard, anything I could really get my hands on, and cut them into the shapes of slippers and stuff, and make shoes for people, make slippers for people around me to wear all the time. But then when I got to, let's say, around JHS to SHS, I had to shift my whole idea of getting into shoemaking, and I went into fashion design, which wasn't very conducive for me. But then the passion was still there. I really, really needed to, finish what I was supposed to do in the first place. So I went back into shoemaking. That is when I started shoemaking. And then I ended up finding Royal Diadem, where I learned how to do so many other things like polishing of the shoemaking, the shoes and stuff.
Whilst Benjamin works on getting funding support, he's taking his business a day at a time. And here's what is keeping him going.
What has kept me doing this over the years, despite the up and down, is the love and passion for making footwear. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to do, and I'm happy doing it.
And that's it for the Joy Business Van. Do make a date at 5 p.m. on the Joy News channel, live on Business Live, to watch that full interview on the Joy News channel. And before we go, let me tell you about the EcoBank salary account. Well, the EcoBank salary account is a special account designed for workers of all income brackets desirous of receiving their salaries through EcoBank. With the EcoBank salary account, you are guaranteed all the benefits of a normal savings or current account plus many more. EcoBank salary account gives workers free life insurance cover of up to 10,000 cedis, 24/7 access to cash and e-banking services, internet and mobile banking services, high interest on savings, no minimum balance, ability to save through the EcoBank Save as you spend, a unique feature that helps customers to save and invest. Remember, the insurance policy covers death, permanent or temporary disability, critical illness, hospitalization, retrenchment, and more. Savings or current account holders at EcoBank do not have to close their existing accounts to enjoy the numerous benefits of the EcoBank salary account. Just ask your branch to switch your existing account to the EcoBank salary account. Non-EcoBank account holders should approach any EcoBank branch and ask for the EcoBank salary account. Switch your salary account today and enjoy amazing benefits at EcoBank. Call EcoBank to free on 0800 003 225 whenever, wherever for further details. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Thanks so much for your company. Joy Christmas Hour with Doreen Ando is next.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my Brahmin check. In my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even just tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple. Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills,
transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the